life is mental sometimes. You can just have everything planned to a T, know exactly what you're doing, left, right, flicking, whatever, and then it just gets flipped upside down in a moment's notice. Let me give you more context. So you might recognize this room from last week's video if you're on this, and this is not my house, this is my parents' house. And clearly at the end of that video last week, I can't even remember, my days are completely gone now. I was heading back over to where I actually live in Shropshire, and I did do that Monday of last week. And then Wednesday or Tuesday, can't remember what day it was, get a phone call from my mother. I've got two brothers. One of them is the youngest, which is over here in a boat with my uncle, youngest brother. And then I have another brother who is 30 years old. Not a lot of pictures of him around in here because he's moved out obviously a long time ago. He is sick, really sick. Got on the phone. We're on the phone to my mum, was explaining everything to me and all the rest. He's in hospital basically. Going into this operation by multiple surgeons, he was given a 25% survival rate. Hence the reason why everyone was a little bit emotional. I was holding it together. Believe in my mind, I was saying, right, I'm the oldest brother, the eldest sibling, so I am here to support mum and dad, so I need to hold it together for them. But it's and I was fine the whole Thursday going up to that operation. It was going to take 5+ hours, and it ended up taking 6 hours in the end. But we were going up the first thing in the morning anyway. Clearly wouldn't be able to see, but it was just to be in and around the hospital while this was happening. At the same time, so my mum and dad and everyone were brought up around the church. They had their minister come up as well, and he was allowed to go in first to do prayers and stuff. So as soon as all that kind of stuff was happening, that's when I just started thinking in about the severity of it. And when you start putting statistics on what the surgeons had said about 25% survival rate, now the minister's up here, and then he prayed with, it was only me, my mum and my dad there to be with Isaac. But then when the minister prayed with us three, when we were waiting, it's a lot of stuff starts like exploding. Surgeons came out, I can't remember what time it was early evening, so that we'd been there for near enough 12 hours in the hospital. He flipping pulled through that operation, and against all odds, he's pretty sick still straight away, so he's in the intensive part at the minute. But as of recording this, my mum's disappeared up to the hospital. He's now started to come around a bit more. He's clearly hooked up to all these different machines and stuff to help him breathe, but they were trying to wean him down off that. We're now on day 3 of him post operation. And so what I've learned through this, being physically fit helps you get through these life things. I can't remember if I made that comment in one of my in video last week when I was talking about ultra marathons or that kind of stuff, or if I definitely did record it, but a lot of this time I record stuff and half of it doesn't make the videos, but I can definitely remember saying that, and it's like, flip me, I wonder if that's not video, because this week has taught me that straight away. I'm a lot fitter, as endurance-ly fitter than I may have been a couple of years ago. And I know it's completely natural to have emotional feelings, especially when an event like this happens. So it wouldn't be natural to not feel any sort of way negative or have any sort of emotions at all. But it definitely helps being mentally and physically fitter, because you can overcome the anxieties and stuff that happen, which are completely natural. Don't become crippling where you can't roll out of the bed or roll out of the seat or go visit people, and all that kind of stuff, is which you hear a lot about from other people. So that's the key thing, is the health, the fitness, the mental health, just good life decisions. You know, they keep that armor on you to fight through your goals that you're aiming for, but also these crazy life events that may happen as well. Which flexes me back to what I said at the very start of the video, is I have now, so as of recording this, I've been dry, so sober from alcohol for 6 weeks. But then the one thing that I feel it was still holding on to me, and I only just stopped that 2 days ago, which I said in the start of this video, was nicotine. I've smoked, I'm now 34 years old. I started smoking probably when I was about 15 years old, continued that into the military. Throughout my 20s then, I probably would have started and stopped smoking multiple times. Sometimes it's successful for a couple of months, sometimes it's successful maybe for a year or two, but then it would always fail and I'd be back on the binds again, cigarettes. It was 2021, we were in Oman. I was smoking heavily, like I mean seriously heavy, like maybe 20 plus cigarettes a day during Oman, and I exercise. Straight after the exercise, chinned that off, and then found Nordic Spirit. So it's not snus, it's like little nicotine pouches. I would show you them, but I don't have them anymore because I threw them out. Flicked onto them. Clearly they are far more superior and healthier than what vaping would be, because it's to save your lungs and to disappear from any of the negative effects that has, both on performance side of stuff but just on health, and keeping all the crap away that can really trip you up later on in life. But I've had one of them nicotine pouches probably in my mouth every sort of 4 to 5 hours while I've been awake since 2021. We're now in 2023. And just being in a hospital, seeing him, generally seeing other patients sitting around there, and hospitals aren't clearly a positive place to be. Positive stuff happens in there where we help people and get people, and the surgeons do crazy stuff. Like, I'm not going into this video the detail, but the surgeon sat down and gives the detail of what they've done on that operation, and that is just mind-boggling how they managed to do that. And they are on like hyperdrive for 6 hours while they're doing this. It's just, really flipping NHS, and it's just class. But anyway, that's the positive stuff that happens within the hospitals. Clearly, there's a lot of sickness in there, and negativity, and just health, and just, it's getting around me. And that's why I thought the only thing that's got its grips on me still is nicotine. Like, so it was 2 days ago. No, it wasn't. Today's Sunday. So Friday afternoon at 1500, we were going via Tesco's to get a few more supplies on the way home to here for dinner. I just flipping said, I'm not doing this. In my mind, I made the decision. And as soon as I get home, I just bucked them into the bin. So today's now day 2 of it. Crazy headaches, but at the same time now it's like, nah, it's health. Health is more important than anything. And once you're not addicted or a prisoner to anything else, then you can just crack on with doing what you need to do. And I'm not saying, it's not me trying to cheat death. Death will come to everyone, but just put a lot of things into perspective this week. It has definitely said to me, life is fucking too short, like, and you have zero idea what is around the corner for you. So 100%, whatever you may be sitting on right now or procrastinating about, whatever it may be, just get up and do it. Take the risk. If you flump, if it fails, who cares? You can try again, or you can do something else. We're only on this flipping planet for a very small, insignificant time. So you got to take what you've got right now and then just get clean amongst it.